Harper, Miss Tyrell's assistant will be greeting you. His name is Santiago. A statue of an owl by contemporary artist Adriano Costa. An elephant tusk, circa 1980, considered a symbol of strength and virility. A portrait of Lilith Tyrell, current head of the Tyrell Corporation, and niece of the late Dr. Eldon Tyrell. A portrait of Kano Nakayama, chief engineer and founding partner of the Tyrell Corporation. Present whereabouts unknown. A maquette of the Tyrell Corporation headquarters. A regal crown, Mayan civilization, circa 350 BC. A statue of an eagle in the American Art Deco style of the 1920s. A statue of an eagle in the American Art Deco style of the 1920s. It is my understanding that the sound of flowing water is calming to most humans. It is my understanding that the sound of flowing water is calming to most humans. A portrait of Eldon Tyrell, founder of the Tyrell Corporation, now deceased. A chessboard with a set of chess pieces.
Detective Harper, thank you for coming on short notice. We are quite distressed over the disappearance of Mr. Nakayama.
What can you tell me about Miss Tyrell?
Well, Miss Tyrell has a strong point of view, and makes no attempt to hide it. What you see is what you get.
What can you tell me about Mr. Nakayama?
Mr. Nakayama is a great man. Since he's been gone, things here have not been easy for any of us.
What's his last known location?
Detective, may I speak to you in confidence?
I can't promise you immunity if you've committed a crime.
Never mind. Forget I mentioned it.
If it doesn't implicate you, I can promise it'll stay between us.
I have not committed any crime, so I will tell you. Mr. Nakayama has a secret place, a private apartment downtown that no one else knows about. He often goes there after hours to indulge himself. I think he might be there now. I would go there myself to check on him, but I fear in this case he's not just on another bender. I will give you the address, but please, don't tell Miss Tyrell about this, or...
Hello, Detective. I don't believe we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lilith Tyrell.
Miss Tyrell, a pleasure.
Please, call me Lilith.
What's your role in the day-to-day operations of the Tyrell Corporation?
I run the show around here. At least what's left of it. This senseless prohibition movement is forcing us out of business.
I must say, you have some amazing works of art here.
Stunning, aren't they? Please, feel free to stare.
These ancient relics worship the sun.
The sun is what gives all of us life. Here at Tyrell, we are the sun, giving life to autonomous machines.
The portraits in the corridor.
Like every great corporation, we have to honor our founders and our current leaders. I don't like the image of myself, but the board insisted.
Is that a real elephant tusk?
There are no real animals left in our world, but their bones remain. Seems appropriate to show them here.
You've got good taste in art, Lilith. I noticed the chessboard over there. Do you play?
My uncle always loved chess. I could never beat him, and he never let me win.
So how do you feel about Prohibition?
It's bad for both of us. Prohibition will lead to a world without replicants, which means no more retirements for the likes of you. I have a petition you should sign, but we're not here to talk politics.
Random question for you. What is Night Owl?
Night Owl? Where did you hear that?
I can't reveal my sources. I know the term is connected to Tyrell.
Well, if they know about Night Owl, then things are worse than we suspected. Do you like our view? Please, join me on the balcony. The air is almost clear tonight. Is it true that you believe that Kano was abducted by replicants?
No, just a hunch. I was hoping you might know for sure. Have you been in contact with anyone from the replicant underground resistance?
I turned them away, you know. This so-called replicant underground reached out to me for support on many occasions. But I will not tolerate disobedience. I'm curious. What do you think of this ridiculous replicant revolution?
I'm just doing my job.
That makes two of us, Detective Harper. We make the machines, and you destroy them. Yet, we both need them to make a living.
Tell me, Lilith. Do you ever wonder if you're a replicant? Seems like that might be an occupational hazard.
Are you going to give me your empathy test? Because I'm not sure I would pass. I promise you, I'm human. Just could never be bothered to care much about others.
I'm sure I could get some kind of emotional reaction out of you, if I tried.
It's nice to see not everyone here has lost their sense of humor.
Can you think of anyone who might want to hurt Kano?
The replicants are well aware that Kano is responsible for the Nexus series. Maybe they want to extend their lifespans like the monster who killed my uncle. If so, they won't get any further. Do you have any other leads on Kano's whereabouts you can share with me?
Not really. I'll let you know as soon as I have something solid.
Thank you. You handle yourself well, Detective. I believe we have established mutual respect. I feel I can share this much with you. Night Owl is more than an idea. It's something that could change the future of replicant life forms on this planet and beyond. And it's very real. I'm putting my faith in you, Detective. Something tells me you're going to deliver. Feel free to see yourself out.
Thank you, Detective, for honoring my request. Miss Tyrell is under much stress as it is. Let me offer you this. It is the keychain I did to access Mr. Nakayama's terminal. It pains me to offer such sensitive information, but these are desperate times. I hope it helps you in your search.
Thank you for this. You did the right thing.
Auto nav on. Spinner ID R92. Liftoff. Purge. Detective Harper, do you know the story of former Blade Runner Rick Deckard, who took the Nexus Rachel as his lover?
Everybody knows that story, Holly.
Did you know Mr. Deckard personally?
Never met the man.
Rick Deckard hunted replicants, yet he ended up betraying his unit and fleeing the city with Rachel. What changed him?
Who knows? People change. Life is strange.
Do you give any credence to the rumor that Deckard was a replicant?
It's possible, I suppose, but I don't believe it.
Final approach to the Bradbury Tower at 11136 New High Street. Now on glide path to private landing platform.